So let's stand, feet shoulder width, and just take some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So just try to relax the body, allow the legs to soften the knees, and just stand with a tall posture, head to the ceiling. Just take a deep breath in through the nose, and as you breathe out, gently nod the head forward to the chest. We're going to start by stretching out the neck and then working the shoulders and the arms, and then the back and the legs. Tilting the head back, breathe out. Bring the head forward one more time onto the chest, breathing out. Just gently allow the head to stretch out. Let the weight of the head take the neck down, and gently move the head from side to side very slowly. Back to the center, breathing out. Last time here, shoulders down. Okay. If you could just mute your audio. Turn your head
yoga.
to the side.
Ready? Okay.
Just mute your audio, please. Okay. Start again. All right. So as you come in, if you could just be quiet, that would be lovely. Thank you. So from here, standing tall and scan the horizon very slowly here, just stretching out the neck, allowing the shoulders to relax, and back to the center. This time, bring your head down to one side and keep the opposite shoulder down, up and over this way. This way, you're stretching out the side of the neck and get very tight and stiff here. Okay, from here, shoulders up to the ears and slide the shoulder blades down the back. Breath in, engage your core, breathe out. One more time, breathe in and out. Bring the hands up in a big circle around, shoulders down, and swing the opposite direction. Breathing out. One more time this direction. And again, the opposite. And this time, as you bring the arms up and around, bring your hands around behind the back. Hold on to the hand if you can. And just bring the shoulders back, push the chest out, and head back. Bring the hands out to the side now. Feet slightly wider than shoulders. I'm just going to do a standing spine twist. Breathing out. Breathe in and out. Here, spine tall, head long, shoulders down. And breathe. Just warming up the back. Last time this side. Back to the center. Now I'm going to do a deep stretch into the side, hand up to the ceiling, head in line with the side, and reach up and down. Change, stretch down and reach up. This time we're going to legs apart, a little bit wider, and from here we're going to lean forward, back flat. Cross the hands, push back in the hips, and stretch out the back and also the backs of the legs. So you can feel the stretch here in the back of your thighs. Slowly lower your hands down to one leg, hold on to your ankle or calf, and gently bring your head down towards the knee. Again, just stretching out the leg. Slowly across to the other side, and this can be as wide as you like. Bring your hands onto the other leg and gently pull yourself down. Okay, holding onto that leg, just bend that knee and push out with this leg, this straight leg, to stretch the muscles here, the adductors here. Change to the other side, as deep as you like. Just gently stretch. Okay, from here, coming back onto the mat. Put one foot in front and the other leg behind you. We're going to go into a reverse lunge. Bend this knee so it's over your heel and this back leg. Drop the knee down towards the floor and then bring your hands up and stretch out, breathing out. Just hold that there, balance. Good, and change. Onto the other side. Other leg in front, knee over the heel. And again, do this very slowly, get your balance. bend the back knee. When you're ready, bring your hands up, just stretch. From here, just lower yourself down onto the floor carefully and place this front leg further forward a little bit. We're going to stretch out the front of the quads here. So we started with the top end of the body. We're working our way down the neck, shoulders, and back into the hips and into the legs. Stretch out the front leg, toes up. Try to get as deep stretch as possible. Bring your head down towards your knees. So you should feel a small stretch in the calf here. And then change to the other leg. Again, quite deep, as deep as you can. Push forward through the hips here so you can feel the stretch into the front part of your quads. And bring your hands up. We didn't do that on this side, but it gives you a deeper stretch. And then stretch out the front leg, chin down towards the knee or the forehead. And relax the knee and the thigh. Okay, moving into the back now. Go onto your hands and knees, and we go into the cat and cow stretch. So for the cat stretch, just arch the spine, head down, pull the core up, and breathe it out. Push down in the opposite direction. Just trying to get mobility into the spine. One more time. And again, up. Let's do the last one. Into cow, up into cat. Then I'm going to move up into down dog. So tuck the feet underneath, push into the hips, and breathe out. And lengthen the spine and the back of your legs. From here, drop down onto your hands and knees. And move forward the hands, drop the hips down, and just stretch out. Spine stretch. Come back into child's pose stretch. And one more time, up into cat stretch, just getting some movement going. Into the cow, we're going to go back up into the down dog, push up, stretch those legs, try to get the heels down, long back, and then back down into a swan dive movement, dropping the hips as low as you can, shoulders down the back, and then just gently lower yourself down onto the floor. Okay, from here we're going to go into an exercise called swimming. It's a good overall body exercise. So lengthen your arms out behind. And from here what we're going to do is just take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, engage your core, lift it up off the floor, 30%. Then raise one arm, lengthening out in front, and extend the opposite leg. When you're doing this movement and change, try to keep the body still, so you're not rocking from side to side, and extending, focusing on that lengthening in the arms and the legs. You don't have to go up too high, just keep the movement smooth, slow and controlled. Breathe. Engage the core, very important, lift the core up off the floor. Do one more slow, and then we're going to move into 3 sets of 5 rapid or 5 slow beats. So just coordinating your arms and legs, a bit like when you're in the swimming pool or in the sea. Just move slowly, 4 or 5 beats, and pause, and again, 1, 3, 5. Relax. And last one again, breathe in, engage. And relax. You can make that quicker by beating your arms and legs. Every time you do that, you can decide to change the speed. Bring yourself back into child pose stretch again. Just one more little stretch here for the back. Lengthen the spine. And stretch out your shoulders, bring your right hand under your left, and breathing out. And change to the other side, left and right. Just stretching out the deltoids. Okay, moving into a side bend now. We can do the side bend on both sides. So start off here on the wrist, or if you prefer, onto the forearm. So there's several ways of doing this exercise. Legs are bent to start with. Lift the hips and lengthen, stretch out. Hand all the way down to the floor. Moving up onto the wrist if you like. Breathe in, breathe out. And again, we do up to about 5 or 6 of these. And you can extend it both legs away. And just very slow controlled movements. Always coming back down to the rest. Breathe in, breathe out. This helps just extend those muscles on the side, the oblique muscles, and also bring strength into the shoulder and the wrist. Okay, we'll do one more on this side. And then we work the other side. So really stretch for this is mermaid. Bring that supporting hand out and just gently stretch out this side. Move to the other side here. We'll repeat the side bend. From here, you can start on your forearm if you like. Lift the hips and lengthen. And down. Stay there or move up onto your wrist. Or you can extend to the next level and stretch those legs. Again, it really depends on your strength and what you want to do today. Okay, we'll do 2 more after this. Breathe in, breathe out. Nice arc, hand all the way over the head, down towards the floor. And 1 more. Really stretch, mermaid, always done slowly, lots of control using the breath. Okay, so just moving towards the end of your mat. If you've got weights, you can use weights. You're going to go into oblique roll, Russian twist. So from here, roll back, scooping your core, and then just a small twist to one side, come back up. You can have your heels off the floor, which adds in a little bit of a challenge for the balance. I'll do several of these on each side, just making sure you pull your core in like an ice cream scoop. You can imagine your core, your abdominal muscles scooping. And as you roll back, drop the shoulder, breathe out, breathe in, and then breathe out on each side. Okay, we'll do 2 more. 1 more. Okay, from here, just rolling back onto the floor. Go into a full body stretch. Really stretch out the whole body here. And bring yourself into the set-up position. So you've got your knees to the ceiling and the feet in line with your hips, and check your neutral spine. So that basically means you haven't got too much of a gap in your lower back, not too flat, not too arched. So from here, moving into an exercise called the 100. So this is a good exercise for your core and your abdominals. Lift 1 foot or both feet off the floor. And breathing in, pulse the arms 1, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, so keep your knees over your hips. Breathe out. Breathe in, and out. 3 more. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one coming up. Breathe in, breathe out. And bring your knees to your chest, really stretch. Moving into one leg stretch, so another lower abdominal exercise, but also one good for the legs. Just extend those legs out nice and long. And again, the height can be anything that you can tolerate. Just make sure you engage your core, support the lower back. If you feel pain or discomfort, just raise the legs a little bit higher. Keep the movements very long and high for lower back problems. Otherwise, just go as low as you can. Let's do 3 more. 1, and 2, and 3. Again, knees to chest. Then we're going to place the feet on the floor, moving into shoulder bridge. It's such a good exercise for so many parts of the body, particularly the spine. You're going to work your core, your quads, and your hamstrings. So from here, bring the feet in close to the hips. Take a deep breath in, engage that core, push the stomach muscles down towards the floor. Gently peel yourself up, off, into a bridge, and hold the bridge there for a few moments. Take a breath in, gently trickle back down. Do that a couple more times. Breathe in, just warming up. Rolling that down, trickle the spine segmentally, controlling the descent. So each vertebrae goes up and down individually, or as best you can. And roll back down. This time I'm going to use the arms. So as you roll back up, get yourself into your bridge, float the hands up and then behind the head, down towards the floor. Bring the hands back, lower them down, and gently roll back down. Okay, this time again, one more time, roll up. Float the hands up, circle around, float the hands back, roll back down. Do that one more time. So rolling up, hands up, and back, down with the hands, and then we follow this one more time with the circle. Rolling in, rolling up. Hands up, circle around, hips up. Keep the hips up as you bring the hands down, and then bring the body back down. Bringing these to your chest, really stretch. Okay, from here then we're going to go into a roll up. So if you have any back support needs, just pop a piece of cushion or something underneath your lower back. And going into the full body stretch position, take a deep breath in, engage your core, and breathe out as you roll up. And then go into a spine stretch forward movement, long arms, leading the body away, roll back up, tall spine, gently roll back down. Do this 4 more times. Very good exercise for your core and your spine. Stretch forward. Try to keep the legs long and relaxed. And keep the movement flowing. Spine stretch forward. Rolling back. And let's do 2 more. 1. Stretch. Okay, on your last one, as you come up, spine stretch forward, come up into a sitting position and sit tall and straight. From here, bring the legs comfortably wide. If you have a weight, you can pick a weight up. Just adjust slightly. And then hands out long and extended. So we're going to go over to one foot with the opposite hand. 3 long sawing movements. Sit up tall, breathe in, engage your core. Tall posture. And again, work your core and your oblique muscles. And up. And change. And up. Last one here. And last one on this side. Okay. From here then, let's Roll back down onto the mat. Bring into a hip stretch. So this is a good stretch for your hip, particularly if you have any sciatica problems. Just bring one leg across the opposite. And then raise that resting leg. Pull the leg in and push the knee away with the opposite elbow. So you're pushing into this area here, into the glutes, particularly gluteus medius, and that's the muscle that affects the sciatic, the piriformis, all in that area, and hold that stretch. Very good for lower backs too. Okay, slowly lower and then change legs, opposite leg up, ankle across the side, bring the leg up and in and push the bent knee away with your elbow. Really pull in. The more you pull in, the more you push on the knee, the more you feel that squeeze into the hip. It's not comfortable unless you're incredibly flexible, of course. Okay, from here, knees together and feet together. Going to roll over onto one side and complete an exercise called chest and hip opener. So extend your hands out, one on top of the other. Again, add in a weight if you've got one. Float the hand up, follow it with your eyes, but keep the legs glued to the floor. This helps maximize the stretch into the pecs, deltoids, into the upper arm. Breathe in, breathe out, bring the arm back. And we do this about 3 times on each side. Nice and easy. Breathe out, follow the hand, keep the knees down, stuck to the floor, stuck together. Again. Sometimes you might feel a stretch all the way down the body into the hip. Last one, breathe in, breathe out. And back. Okay, with the top leg, push the knee up towards the ceiling and keep the pelvis completely still. So the only thing you're moving here is your femur as you push the knee up. This helps open the hip out laterally, helps the abductors, helps the whole action in the hip. And anything you can do to help the hip also helps your lower back. All right, let's do one more here. Push the knee up. Then you're going to roll over onto your other side and repeat this exercise on the other side. Then the arms, keep the knees glued to the floor, float and follow that hand. Nice and slowly, you don't want to pull any muscles. Breathe in, breathe out, particularly if you're a bit stiff. Slowly does it. And breathing out helps with the stretch, helps the body relax. Let's do 2 more here. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, last one coming up. And moving into the hip, rest the arm back down, and again, keeping your pelvis still, push that knee up so you actually feel that knee pushing and trying to open up the hip here without rotating the pelvis back. Okay, let's do 2 more. 1 and 2. Stretching is really important. It's not so much doing activity, which is fine. You also need to stretch beforehand and also to warm up the body and also stretch afterwards to warm the body or, warm the body down. So this stretch here is a leg stretch we're going to do. If you have got a band, it's helpful. If you haven't, it doesn't matter. Just try to bring your leg up as best you can with your hand, or if you've got a band or a loop or something. Keep the other leg flat on the floor so you can open up the hip and bring this top leg up. So here at the moment with the toes pointed, we're just stretching the calf and the hamstring. You really want to help stretch the whole leg into the Achilles. Flex the foot, push the heel up towards the ceiling. And this is a really deep stretch into the back of the calf. And really important to try to relax and breathe, don't hold your breath. Okay, we're going to lower the leg now, depending on which leg you've got up, of course, out to the side. So with my right leg, I'm dropping my right leg down to the side, or if you've got your left leg, down to the left. And just hold this stretch. Again, very important stretch for your inner legs. Okay. and stretch that. Okay, bring the leg up, over to the other side, lower all the way down to the floor and look to the right. Again, another good stretch for the hip and the lower back, as well as the pecs and the upper arm. Good. Bring your leg up now. We'll do a couple of circles in each direction. Take a deep breath in. Circle that leg around, drawing a circle on the ceiling point of your toe. Breathe in, breathe out, circle around. And let's do a couple more. The bigger the circle, the better, but small circles are just as good. As long as you get a 360 and keep your hips nice and steady, you don't want to be rocking the body. Okay, so let's change legs. And switching legs, use your band or your hand to bring the other leg up. And again, pointing the toe to start with. Try to relax your thigh and knee. All these leg stretches are excellent for lower back. Okay, so if you don't do anything else, do some leg stretching. Right leg on the floor, bring the leg forward, relax. Flex the foot. Push the heel up. Stretch the calf into the Achilles. When you're doing your stretches, try to hold them for at least 10 seconds. That is just the start. You have to get into position first, hold it for 10 up to 30 seconds. Lower the leg down to the side, opening up the abductors. So again, if you're very flexible, your leg will go down to the floor. If you're a bit like me, tighten the hip. You have to take your time. Keep that leg opening up, relaxing the muscles in the hip. Okay. Then slowly bring the leg out all the way down to the other side, as low as you can go, and look to the opposite direction. So if your leg is going to the right, your arm is out to the left, and you're looking to the left, and vice versa. Again, you should feel a stretch here, maybe in the back of the knee, up into the shoulder or chest. Depends where you're tight. Okay, bring your leg up, circle around. Band is helpful here, keeps it nice and smooth. Circle around, breathing in and breathing out on each movement. And make sure you go in each direction. Good. Okay, lower the feet now. Bring your knees to your chest. Full body stretch. And then bring yourself up into a sitting position. We'll just do one more stretch here to finish off. Again, basically following on what we were doing with the band, just bring yourself forward and again gently stretch out the knee. Hopefully you're a bit more warm now with the legs and you can get a little bit lower on this occasion. Breathe, relax your knee and the thigh. And then up over to the other side. Slowly down, relaxing, breathing out. And then last one, into the center, hands on the floor, bring your forehead down towards your hands onto the floor. And just try to get as low as you can. Again, feel a stretch in the abductors. Slowly come back up, bring your feet together and push your knees down, opening up the groin. And this again helps stretch here. Good. Okay, and relax.